Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today I have for you the Corpsmen, a roguelike deck builder. Now, this game is in very early access, but it has some really interesting ideas that I'm quite excited about, especially one, which we're going to talk about in a moment, because I think it's genius if it's the way I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but if it is the way I think it is, that's going to be, man, huge. Alright, so we're going to be playing as a woman, because, yeah, why not? Look at that dog. Oh, it's my dog. Look at the lizard leg. That's cool. Going on a walk with my little dog. Oh, that looks bad. Oh, wow. Okay. But maybe work as a butcher. That's fine. Finally, a fully registered Corpsman. Mother and father would be proud. She like talking to herself because like there's no one to look at. I'm talking to my dog. Sure, the dog that you left in your house after you walked away. Okay, fine, I'm talking to myself. I'm not exactly good at making friends. It's not easy to make friends when you work with corpses all day, okay? And could you please stop talking about it because it kind of makes me sad. Alright, okay, calm down, girls. Jesus. Girls. I can make this joke because I'm a woman, okay? Alright, time to head to the mess. You can make that joke. I can only make that joke. Alright, so let's go to the mess, I guess. Don't worry, I'll tell you all about the good features in a moment. Oh, I like the visuals of this game. Hello, private friend reporting for duty. Hello there. Welcome to the Revivification Service Center. Most people just call us the Mess. I'm Dr. Mary Sue. Mary Sue. So, for those of you who don't know, in writing, I hope I didn't get that wrong. Mary Sue is like a character that's the best at everything, and you always should watch out that when you make characters, you don't make them like overpowered, like essentially perfect, because then that's no fun to read. And it also isn't very realistic when your heroes are like the best at everything. And the sort of like a proxy name for them is like Mary Sue. So I'm assuming that this doctor is pretty great. First day on the job, Private. Yes, ma'am. Private friend, ma'am. Yeah, I already said that. Don't make a ma'am sandwich, and I will only bother to remember your name if you make it back from your first mission. Oh, is that an option that we just like die out there? Okay, I didn't know that. Wait, what? Please follow me quick. You didn't let me read, game. Okay. I'm gonna assume that she said please follow me quickly and walked out so we couldn't hear the rest. And now we're kind of having like internal dialogue where we're freaking out. What did she say? I guess we'll just say yes, ma'am. Should we say ma'am? She just said don't make a ma'am sandwich. This is not a sandwich. This is just a regular ma'am. As you can see, we are a very insecure character, but that's okay. It just happened. Alright, so here... Okay. Alright, this is your living construct harvesting index. Here's where you catalog the creature parts you have managed to harvest and bring back. And before you even ask, no, your fellow corpsmen are not things you can harvest, no matter how wild they may be. Did anybody ask that? Oh my god. Stupid rules. Oh, okay. Also, I love the animal she has. It's like so pretty. Now, if you look carefully here, you can see that the council has 3 creatures cataloged for you to use. This is the standard creature combination for all new corpsmen. You can get more, by the way, in combat. Now, I'm going to walk you through this here before we move on. So essentially what you can do is you can assemble a body. And this is not, this thing I'm going to tell you, I'm not 100% sure, but from my understanding, the body part somewhat corresponds to the cards you get. Because this is a roguelike deck builder, so they have cards that you can use in turn-based combat to kill enemies. And you're going to be playing the cards and that do the damage. And the body parts somewhat correspond to the cards. Not fully, if I remember correctly. I don't think it's like a 1-to-1 ratio that this hand would be like this card, but it has some sort of a range of cards that are related to this. And if that's true, that I think could be a huge thing for this game, because what it means is that your deck of cards has a visual representation. Essentially, if you're watching someone else play the game, or if you look at things, you could see, okay, so they have this kind of creature, so that means they're using these cards. And I think that's super fun. Like, I feel like this could be taken taken so far, because it's like you could have like a deck of cards that just, I don't know, like lizardy, and then, you know, like that's a specific build. Or you could have like the best card. But for example, if you played Slay the Spire, there's a really good build with the anger cards, because the anger card allows you to do damage for no energy and then get a copy of that card in your deck. So you could essentially get like, you start, for example, with 10 cards, but then as you play the combat, you're going to end up with like 30 cards, and most of them are 0 damage. So if you have cards that allow you to cycle through your deck, you could essentially do infinite damage to enemies. But in this game, this kind of build, like the anger card, it could have a visual representation. For example, it could be... what animal is angry? I don't really know, like a bear. It could be like a bear-ish creature, and you would know that if you have this bear-ish creature, you probably have a lot of anger cards in your deck. And I think that's just so genius. Like, you could have a deck of cards that has a visual representation. Like, how cool is that? Like, if you played Roguelite deck builders, you're gonna know how exciting that is. If you don't know, haven't played any Roguelite, you might be like, who cares? It is a big deal. That is huge. Okay, let's keep going with the game. I'm just so stoked for that. That's the only reason why I'm showing you this game, because I think like that idea is just so fantastic. This area over here is where you construct your creation. Yeah, I know. Like I'm maybe a first-time Corpsman, but I have some skills. Start by dragging in the body. Yeah. Once you're done, just confirm the part. Alright, go for it. I'll be waiting outside at my desk. Or she'll be waiting outside watching me. Okay, that's definitely gonna make sense. I have a bloody hell. Okay. So each body part does different things and will develop skill as the living construct develops. Yeah, so you can see like the cards, and they can upgrade the cards, etc. Okay, so what kind of body do we want to go? Lizard? Do you want to go whatever this is? Or do we want to go with this kind of body? Oh, it just let me. Okay, we're gonna click on randomize and then change the body, because I like to do it that way. So first of all, I think we don't want to have this kind of head. I think we want to have like a lizardy head. Hello. Yeah, that looks good. Now for our arms, oh, we don't have options. Okay, we don't have arms, we have legs. What kind of legs? Let me do these brown legs. We're gonna have all brown legs. And then we're going to have... Can we have wings? No, but we can have a tail. What kind of tail? Let's have a lizardy tail. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's cool. It's interesting we have two bodies here. That's kind of fun. Yeah, let's do this. I like this. I like this creature. This creature looks good. This is my creature number 1. If I remember correctly, you're gonna make more than one. Okay, so I better make sure to imprint on it some basic skills. How should I go with something more aggressive or defensive? Aggressive. Always go aggressive. Go. Especially you. You're super insecure. Don't know how to tell what you want. Oh, look at this. I love that. Oh, it's a basic creature. It's not the one we picked, but it looks great. And we made it happen. And just like we took, you know, and as you kill enemies, you're gonna get new body parts, so you can then make new monsters, which I think is, again, is just so fantastic. And then you can, I think you can also mutate the monsters. I don't know if that's available in this early access version. Maybe later. We'll see, because I pre-played this game like a few versions previously, so it has more stuff, so some of the stuff is going to be new for me as well, but we're going to figure it out. Ah, I see you're all done then. Nice laugh. Lots of gusto in it. Thank you, man. I'm all done. Just about to name. Okay, you named it. I'll suppose that is your prerogative. Anyway, I know young kids have a short attention span, how dare you? And time today is short. So I retrieved 2 creatures from the preserve for you. Oh, that's cool. That actually is a good idea. I remember in my test game I had to like make them myself, and it took quite a while. And it's pretty fun that you're just given, oh, it's 626 and 627. So can I not give them their names? Also, they look so good. Like especially this one. It's just super pretty. This one is my favorite, but this one looks super pretty. It's good to have like a psychological analysis. Why is your favorite the one that's not the prettiest? Like, what does that tell about you? I don't know if that's good or bad. It's probably good, because like I'm not judging a book by its cover, but also I feel like there could be things to talk about here. May they serve you better than they did their maker. Ooh, you gave me leftovers? I mean, I still like them. They're very pretty, but what happened to them? What do you think happened to them? Died, yeah. Try not to get yourself killed out there. I would hate to have wasted my time on a pre-corpse. Oh man, very suitable. Now please head over to the preserve and register your creatures with Mrs. Barnes. On it! Yes, ma'am. Man, that lady is a proud. Better do what the lady said. Again, talking to yourself, girl. You do not have an audience. Okay, so I'm gonna name this after one of my patrons. So this is going to be Vas. Vas, my lizardy creature. Okay, so this body gets to just get left over. Okay, so now we can pick the cards for him. So this is the energy cost. This is what it does. So we could have apply 5 block for 1 energy, apply 2 block for 0, or deal 4 damage. So definitely deal 4 damage. So, but see, this is the thing. The whip here is a different kind of whip. So I'm not 100% sure if it's true that the body corresponds to cards, but I do assume so because of the way she said, like with the skills. But I wish it was more obvious. It might just not be more obvious in the early access because there's just not that much of a variety of cards in general. But again, I think that would be like the biggest thing of the game. Also, I love the fact that it just uses the name here. So essentially, the way the combat works is that the cards are somewhat shared between all characters. So essentially, you'll have, okay, so if you have applied to block, even though it's a card of a Vas, it can be applied to a different defender. But this unyielding is essentially saying, no, this has to be done on the person, so on Vas. Scratch, deal 2 damage 2 times, put a copy of this card into your grave. So grave is like a discard, presumably, and you have to get it back from a discard. So this seems like might be the closest thing to the anger belt we talk about, so we'll grab it. Apply 5 block to all is fantastic. And I'm gonna give Vas some block, or damage and bleeding. Now let's give Vas some block specifically. Hello, Miss Barnes. This is Private Frown here to register some new living constructs. Oh my, you're as green as they come. I'm Lieutenant Bernstein, but everyone calls me Miss Barnes. And before anything else, don't call your creatures living constructs. No one calls them that. Do you call your fingers phalanges? No, you call them fingers. See, it just jumps to foul. I bet you're update doctor something. No, ma'am. See? Now let's see our little beasties. This is fast. These two are 626 and 627. I love how one is like very pretty name. Oh, what a sweetie. 626 and 627 are known to me. Poor thing. Some people just can't handle the loss of their partners, so they stop giving names to them entirely. Yeah. Nice burn to Miss Mary Sue. Anyway, let me show you how to register your creatures and have them prepared for your expeditions. Yup, tell me everything, big boss. I mean, look at them, they just look so good. You're allotted 6 spots in the preserve for your creations. You can register them to your team from here. Just give your creature a couple of taps to register them that way. Okay. Wait, where's my last monster? And should your creatures become too injured to fight anymore, you can retire them. They will be used to work the wheels and farms. It will be a good life, you can rest assured. Oh, it didn't give me my monster? Well, let's get you on with them. You should head over to the Major soon. He's a stickler for time. Okay, now it gives me those. Look how big he is. So essentially you double click to put them in the adventure team. Oh, he looks so good. Look at him. I mean, this one is still prettiest, but also how big he is. Man, that's so good. I'm very excited about him. Do we want to make more monsters? I don't think so. I think we just want to go. Click a monster you want to retire. No, let's click back. And we just want to keep moving. Alright, so that was the preserve. Better hurry though. The Major's going to chew me out if I'm late. Wait, why don't I go back to the preserve? I was just there. Darn, paperwork took longer than I expected. Gotta hustle over to dispatch now. Alright, let's go. Abomination storage. I'm assuming it's supposed to be abomination, not abomination, but yeah. Alright, so we've got our beautiful monsters. Which one of them is 626? We're gonna call the big guy 626. Actually, I just renamed them after one of my patrons. So this is gonna be Robert. And this super beautiful thing is going to be... Bah! Yeah, because it's beautiful. All right, where do we want to go? Town, the mountains, or Greenland? Let's go. Can we go into the mountains this early? We'll try. And we can pick a quest, so we can have a short quest, or they're all short. A type of hunt with the same reward. So let's go on. Let's start with easy. Actually, wait, do we have normal on Greenland? Routine. I assume routine is like normal, so let's do routine. All right, let's do this one. Ah, your first fight. Remember that your impetus is to your left, and that indicates how many commands you can give to your squad. Also, I love the monkey. It looks so good. Please do not talk about my constructs. It's a kind of a sensitive thing. 2 of them died and the monkey is all I have left, so just maybe don't. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Good. And also remember, don't die, because dying is super easy here. Okay, boss. Sir! Alright, so this is the map. And here we've got on the bottom, we've got fights, and then we could have elite fights and etc. as you would know. Then we've got some rests. We actually don't see any... Well, actually we have a rest here, so we're gonna pick this spot because we want to rest. And then we've got like an event, and then we're gonna have another fight, and then who knows what. So let's go this way. I like the monsters in this game are just the most beautiful monsters ever. What is this doing? Okay, so there are no tooltips just yet, it seems. So we can actually hover. I'm presuming it's going to give me some sort of a negative effect, but and we can see that it's attacking everybody, but I don't know which one is which. So I think over here we've got our energy or impetus 3, and this is how many cards we draw. One of these is presumably our discard pile, and one of these is the grave pile. So I guess the grave is like exhausted cards in something like Slay the Spider we need to get back. We'll start with a scratch. Last is going to scratch the enemy. Was that too loud? I hope not. And now let's do 5 damage. Draw 1 card is kind of pointless because we're not gonna have the energy for it. So I'm gonna give 5 block to all. Didn't it say 5 block to all? I guess not. And then we'll do 12 damage to the Largon. I love that jump. I love that jump on Robert. And we'll end our turn. And now it's going to do 5 damage, presumably. Yeah, we've got poison. Take X poison damage at the start of your turn. And now he's going to hit for 5 Vase. So that's great because we can just give Vase 5 block. Sure. And you can see here again the damage that would have been done. I don't know if the block blocks the poison. I don't think so, but who knows. We're gonna give him... Actually, I'm just gonna use Gore. Deal 8 damage, apply 1 weak and 2 vulnerable. That's fantastic. And because the card belongs here to Bach, that's why he does it. End of turn. Yeah, so the poison goes to a block, which is expected, honestly. No, so the grave is just a regular discard pile. Okay, good to know. We can do 2 damage to bleed. So it will die, but just not fast enough for me to win this. But we're gonna give 5 block to everybody. Not to mention, I think it's like giving a block to itself, so we don't actually have to worry too much about it. It's dead. Now we get new monster parts, so if we play the next game, or if we have some options to mutate, we could adjust our own bodies. Oh, our creatures had grown. Okay. Excellent job, Private Frown. He didn't die. Now remember, although you cannot retreat during a fight, you can do so when it's over. If you feel like you cannot go on, just backtrack to fight another day. Though doing so will fail the mission, and we will consecrate all the goodies that you have gotten along the way as a penalty. But at least your creators will be alive, and both you and them will have learned something. They got it? Yes, sir. Good, now I'm heading back. Is that it? You aren't following me or giving me more guidance? No, I believe in learning on the job and never repeating the same mistake twice. See, I lost 1 limb, and I never lose another one. Also, 2 out of your 3 creatures. Now get to it, I have paperwork to do. Now, I don't remember, but I think I think that you can only like upgrade your creatures outside of the sort of expedition. So however you start the expedition, that's how you keep going, and then you can level up like later. Oh, I think this is the running away, so probably don't want to click that. Let's scratch one of these purple devils, the ones that actually give me poison. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill them though. Yeah, deal 5 damage, draw 1 card. And deal 12 damage, so we could actually kill one of them. Beautiful. We don't get a block, but since this guy is giving himself some sort of a buff and this person is just giving me poison, or bleeding actually this time. Reduce attack damage by half. Deprecate damage taken, gain stun on losing all fly. Okay, so if you hit him for at least 4, he'll get stunned. Which actually is pretty useful, so I'm gonna do 4 damage to all. Oh, okay, so I have to do 2 more. And this is only gonna do 1 more because this is blocked to half. I think I'm just gonna keep attacking this purple devil, but let him have his fly. That's okay. Alright. Deal 0% damage applied to bleed. Interesting. We'll do 12 damage to the purple devil, which should jump to... Should I jump to 6 because of his fly? Oh, maybe the fly got down to 0. And then we were able to do extra damage. And we've got some bleeding on him. I don't need to block, so I'm just gonna end the turn. Not to mention I don't even have the energy. Alright, let's scratch him. We really need to get rid of his fly. Okay. And now it's stunned. And we can keep doing damage because of our scratch. Alright, deal 8 damage, apply 1 weak to vulnerable, and it's dead. Beautiful. We didn't harvest anything, but we got some pounds of flesh. Creature had to grow. Should mean creature growth. Okay, maybe in the camp we can upgrade them. Feed for refill HP to your monster. Okay, we're gonna feed this one. 4 HP per feeding. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, we're done. Now let's go to do an event. Corpsmen, please help! You have a large one coming this way. Oh, let's fight it. Get behind me! She got brave for the first time in her life, and she's like, okay. Maybe this was not the best time to choose to be brave for the one and only time in your entire life, girl. But you've been yelling at me this whole time for not being brave such as I thought. You thought wrong, girl. Not that the block is completely irrelevant, but whatever. I mean, we're gonna... Is 15 block? Whew, ha. Okay, it's fine. I should have done the gore first. That was a mistake. At least we gave him bleeding. He's not doing anything, he's just giving himself stuff, so we're just gonna end the turn here. He's going to attack 15 on Robert. Okay. I'm gonna start by punching the enemy. Then I'm gonna give block to Robert. And another 5 block to Robert. So we'll block 10 out of the 15 damage he's doing. Okay. Then we'll start hitting him with a scratch. Actually, we should do gore first, so that the scratch does additional damage. See, now it does 3 instead of 2. Okay, we got him down to half HP. He does have plus 10 strength, which is a huge problem, and I don't know how to stop that on him. He's also gonna give himself an extra block, which is not great. But he's taking 50% more damage, which is huge for me. We just need to last 2 turns with him. Right, we'll start with Gore. Who are you hitting? Vas. I could give Vas 15 block. But then the only attack I can use is the scratch. But he will lose block next turn, so we'll do it. We'll try to protect Vas. He'll hit him, then he'll lose the block. And now we can do some nice damage. So we'll start with Bite. all of my scratches. And a punch. And another scratch. And a turn. And more scratches. Yes. Thought we would get more stuff from him, but 13 pound of flesh is pretty good. Okay, can I click on this now? Okay, so finally, so actually we can upgrade during the map. I thought it would be afterwards. Okay. So we can draw cards, apply to vulnerable to all enemies, or get another scratch. I think I'm gonna grab drawing because we already have a lot of the scratches. So if we can draw more cards, we might be able to use more scratches. And a random attacker skill card to your hand. Consume one card in your hand, draw 2 cards. I'm gonna grab... I do like the improvise, that sounds pretty fun. Let's grab it. And here we've got, I'm gonna get apply 12 block because sometimes we just need a lot of block. So actually I didn't know that, I thought we could upgrade later. So what is this? It's just regular combat. I actually think this might be a good time to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, write down in the comments, and you can click on the right to watch some other roguelike deck builders for playing this channel. I'll see you there. Bye bye.